ceiling and walls. You can see there's quite a bit of it cracking and peeling. You can see more down here. This will be down to new plaster underneath. It's not been sealed correctly. So I'll show you how I'm going to solve this. And literally just go around and scrape all this loose. So on this, there's been caulk used to seal the top of the skirting board, which hasn't bonded to the plaster either because it's not been sealed. So I'm just going to run the blade on the edge of that caulk. So it just comes away. So any gaps you can just pop a bit of foam in and then fill that with a bit of polyfiller. You can see here bare wood which I've scraped off because underneath is plaster. It's never been took off. So with my shave hook, just draw it down that edge, come straight off. Again, plaster's not been cleaned off this edge. You can actually see it on the face there. That's it. Gone. You see all the plaster dust there. Came off that casing. On the back of this paint. Pink plaster. You can see on this plaster underneath the paintwork, that's why it's flaking off. I'll just wet that. You can see the plaster underneath there. It's not been wiped off properly, so the paint will flake. Just see the powdery dust underneath there, so I'll just clean that bit. Well, good sand back, wipe it with a cloth, allow it to dry, and then prime it. And on this one, see where the paint's flaked back. I've already been scraping this and I've been wiping it with my cloth. You can see the pink plaster underneath there. More there. It's not been wiped off properly before it's been painted. So again, scrape off what you can, wipe it all back with a cloth, and then a bin primer to seal it all. With just a damp cloth, you can wipe a lot of that back. When this will have been plastered, this woodwork won't have been keyed, so the plaster will sit on top and then the paint goes over it and then it just starts to delaminate. So remove as much as you can. Just see the plaster underneath there again. Because there is a lot of edges on this, I will sand it before I bin prime it, and that will bring any more loose off. See it again, just now with bin primer, just run down these edges. Not really going onto the wall, I've no need to. Just runs to nothing there. And just push that edge. I shouldn't do that again. So all I'm using is PVA and literally a capful. Because I'm not doing all the walls, I'm only doing patches. This will be plenty. Again, there's only 500 ml of water here, so I've not used that much, probably half of it. And then just make sure it's mixed up. So that's the consistency. A damp cloth and your thinned out PVA, and just rub it in underneath any edges of paint if there's any emulsion left on. Just let it absorb into the plaster. Doesn't want to sit on the surface, wants to absorb in. I have to be quite liberal with it. And wipe anything that's sat on the surface, anything off the woodwork, don't want to leave it